So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about the actual surgery that I'll be having on Friday. So basically it's been a bit of a nightmare actually, because I was actually scheduled to have this surgery on a month ago, so a month and a half ago, but I was absolutely bricking it and went into hospital for my admission. I think it was the 10th of April, and basically was waiting. They gowned me up, they marked out my ear, ready for surgery, and then they basically said that they were waiting on the surgery that was before me, so I wasn't first in line to have my surgery done. And basically it got cancelled, so I was sat waiting for about almost 5 hours altogether, and luckily my husband was with me, which was, you know, great, but it ended up getting cancelled, which was just, after the whole experience, I mean, if you've watched the previous video, then you'll understand a little bit more about my symptoms and things and the kind of things that I was putting up with. Then for it to get cancelled was quite a huge thing. So I ended up going home, and then later that day, I mean, I was absolutely exhausted, but later that day I got a phone call, and they had said, at the time, the surgeon had said that they will get me back in within 2 weeks, but it turned out that it was 4.5 weeks, which, you know, I completely appreciate that it's, you know, NHS is understaffed and there are so many people waiting, but for me I was just like, oh my god, I just can't even think about having to wait another 4 weeks. But it's here, it's on Friday, so today is Monday, have a surgery Friday, and I'm fucking shitting myself. I'm just, excuse my language, but I'm just, I think because when I went in for my first surgery, and it got cancelled, they actually told me about what I would be having done. So then when I got sent home, I mean, at the time I was like, okay, that is terrifying and crazy, but at the same time, just put me under and do it so that it's done. But then of course they cancelled, so then I went home knowing that I'd have to wait for this next surgery and knowing that what was going to happen to me. So I'm going to Gloucestershire Royal Hospital with this amazing surgeon called Matthew Clark, and he tries to do it endoscopically, I think it's called. So they basically will try to go in keyhole into my ear, and with little microscopes, and he'll try to pull out and remove the disease and the tumour, without any having to be invasive, basically, and without having invasive surgery. So that was the impression that I was under right up until my surgery day, actually. And then when I was getting prepped for surgery, they actually turned around and they said that okay, so after we've looked at, you know, the CT scan again, we've decided that the best way would be to do an invasive surgery. So they're going to make an incision behind my ear. So I think it's like, I can show you. So it'll be like here, I believe. And my surgeon said that you'll have to shave my hair a little bit, but hopefully not too much, but not that I care, it's fine. But yeah, so just to like make the hairline a little bit higher, and then he'll basically pull the ear forward, if he has to go invasive, pull the ear forward and then remove all of the disease, and that at the moment they're suspecting that it's actually eaten and eroded through my hearing bones. So basically what that will mean is that if I have my hearing bones removed, I will be able to have prosthetic hearing bones. So they're made of titanium, I think it's titanium, which is incredible, but that can't happen for a year. So I'm going to basically be deaf in my left side for a year, just while I believe it's because they need to check that there hasn't been a recurrence in my affected side. So I didn't know that before. I got told that, I mean, Matthew was very kind of confident in saying that, you know, best case scenario, I'll be able to go in keyhole and remove all of the bones and then give you the prosthetic hearing bones, you know, and give me a rebuild my eardrum, and then kind of I've got a normal ear again. But from the support groups, I've realised that it's really not as simple as that, and that actually, realistically, from all of these people's experiences, this is something that you have, well, that you struggle with for the rest of your life. I've read many tales about recurrence, about it coming into the other ear as well, which I swear to God, I think it's starting, because I'm starting to get the shooting pains. I'm starting to get a little bit of tinnitus. That's something I didn't mention in my, how on earth did I forget that? The tinnitus is like on another level. So tinnitus is basically constant ringing or constant like noises in your ear, and everybody has, if you suffer with tinnitus, you basically have it like on different levels. So you can have like a ringing, or you can have like whistling. Mine, I'm just listening to it. It sounds like white noise with like a over the top of it 24/7, 24 fucking 7. And it's even worse when you go to bed, because obviously you don't have like external noises to distract you and things. So yes, so how on earth I forgot about that, I'll never know, because it's like probably the worst bit of it all. Yeah, so basically I can't remember how I got onto that, but yeah, so you have the tinnitus as well. So with the surgery, basically you have removed the hearing bones, and then you have like the prosthetic hearing bones a year after, if you've recovered and you have no recurrence in that ear. I was kind of under the impression, like I said, that I would have it, hopefully, fingers crossed, all done in one go, but yeah, they've said that it's really likely that they're going to have to go in invasive, and that I'll have it all removed, scooped out, and then kind of be half deaf for a whole year. So I don't know how that's going to affect me. I guess it's quite good in one way, because I'm already like 40% deaf in one ear anyway. It's quite funny actually. It's funny how it affects you and you just don't realise. So like, because I can't hear, so if somebody's approaching me from the side, like I jump really bad, and it's just so, it is hilarious. But some people are like, because I'm like, oh my God, I just like, they just appear from nowhere because I can't hear them. Or like my eyesight as well, because my eyesight on this side is affected. I don't see anybody, almost like in my peripheral vision kind of thing, and then all of a sudden they're there and you're like, Jesus Christ, where did you come from? It does make for many laughs at work, but it can be quite embarrassing, especially when it's a customer and you're like, I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, so my surgery is on Friday. The last 4 weeks since my first surgery got cancelled is actually been quite bad. I've suffered really, really badly with my mental health, which I'm going to post about maybe tomorrow. I'm going to record another post about that separately. And I don't know really, I guess I felt quite kind of like emotional today. I'm getting really frustrated because my mental health is not great, but I'm there, like I'm ready to go. Like I'm a really, especially with work, I'm a really driven person, and I'm really passionate about my job, and I just can't, I don't have the energy, and it's just really starting to affect me, to the point where, you know, I'm starting to get quite upset and frustrated that I can't be the old Dani that I know I can be. But that's for a whole other vlog, whatever. So yeah, so my surgery is on Friday. I know that some people in the Facebook support group have had like, I think the highest number I've seen is like 28 surgeries. So this is number 1, so I am a surgery baby. So I just wanted to kind of record some stuff leading up to it about how I was feeling, and then I really just kind of think I'll change my mind, but want to share my journey afterwards as well. So, you know, my recovery process and all of that. So yeah, so surgery's on Friday, and yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, my little story about the cancellation, which was not nice. So yeah, so big love, and it's a bit better this time, 11 minutes instead of like 26. So yeah, so big love, and thank you for watching, and I look forward to catching you guys on the next vlog. Bye.